Alright, let's talk about 1991, a year that feels like a time capsule of musical magic. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't the 90s start with grunge and boy bands? But wait, 1991 was this weird, perfect storm where the glossy 80s collided with the gritty 90s, and somehow 3 rock songs from this year still get stuck in our heads 30 years later. And honestly, they're more fascinating than you realize. Let's start with Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You. Yeah, it's a cheesy power ballad. But here's the thing. This song wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural phenomenon. 17 weeks at #1. 17. That's not just popularity, it's borderline obsession. And sure, it's tied to Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, a movie nobody talks about anymore. But that's what makes this so interesting. The song outlived the film. It became the emotional shorthand for epic romance in the 90s. But here's my take. This song's success was pure 1980s nostalgia packaged for the early 90s. It's like comfort food. People wanted that big, unapologetic rock sound before the decade pivoted to flannel and angst. And honestly, that's why it still works. It's a sonic security blanket. Now let's flip to R.E.M's Losing My Religion. If you grew up in the 90s, you probably sang along to this without a clue what it meant. And that's the point. The title's a southern idiom for losing patience, but everyone thought it was about spiritual crises. Michael Stipe leaned into that mystery, didn't he? The lyrics are all fragmented imagery. That's me in the spotlight / losing my religion. But here's the twist. It's just a song about unrequited love. That's the joke. The band's playing with your brain. What makes this wild is how it encapsulated the 90s alternative scene. Artsy, cryptic, but oddly accessible. It's like they weaponized ambiguity. And isn't that the whole vibe of the decade? Grunge bands moping about nothing specific, yet everyone felt seen. Losing My Religion wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural Rorschach test. Then there's Bonnie Raitt's Something to Talk About. Wait, Bonnie Raitt? The blues rock veteran who'd been grinding for 20 years? Suddenly she's on the radio next to Guns N' Roses? That's the real story here. This song didn't just give her a mainstream breakthrough. It proved that authenticity could go viral before viral existed. The track's about a spark in a new relationship, but Bonnie's delivery isn't sugary. She's got this sly, lived-in voice that feels like she's letting you in on a secret. And that's the 90s for you. An era where raw and perfect voices started mattering more than polished perfection. Plus, let's be real. This song's groove is nasty in the best way. That slide guitar? The sultry swagger? It's the sound of someone finally getting noticed for being themselves, not a formula. So what's the bigger picture here? These 3 songs are like a musical Venn diagram of 1991. Adams represents the dying gasp of 80s bombast, R.E.M. the rise of cryptic alternative cool, and Raitt the quiet revolution of authenticity. Together, they're the bridge between 2 decades. And here's the kicker. They survive because they're emotional time capsules. Everything I Do is pure melodrama. Losing My Religion is anxious Gen X soul-searching. And Something to Talk About is the understated rebellion of a woman refusing to play by the rules. These aren't just songs, they're artifacts of how we felt at the dawn of a new era. So what do you think? Did I nail it? Or did I overthink these tracks? Drop a comment and tell me which of these still hits you right in the nostalgia bones. And if you're curious about more 90s deep cuts that predicted the decade's twists, smash that subscribe button. Because trust me, this was only the tip of the iceberg.